How's it going, people? We're on episode number 9 of Once Upon a Time in Wonderland. It's Liam Catterson here. I did that in reverse, but oh well. Yes, this is episode 9, where we have just come off a very, very hectic episode 8. Those last 10 minutes were very, very stressful, especially with Jafar planning, of course, on killing Anastasia, but Will got the brunt of the bolt. And yeah, with that wish that Alice made earlier in this season, she suffered from the dying effects, I guess, of Will. So yeah, it was all carnage in the last episode, to the point where the third and final wish was used, where Alice's suffering was to be ended. And yeah, that wasn't all. We have Will now appointed, I guess, as the new genie, because he took Cyrus's place as, of course, part of that suffering was not being able to have Cyrus. So in ending that suffering, Will managed to, I guess, take that sacrificial role by replacing Cyrus as the new genie. So yeah, it should be very interesting to see what does happen, because like I said, I don't think Jafar has an inkling about the third wish being used since he was there for the previous two. So there is still a bit of hope, but we'll just have to wait and see how things go by. This is episode number 9 of Once Upon a Time in Wonderland. Let's go. Oh no. Oh no. Who is this? Oh, is that Liz? Okay. Well, thank goodness for Lizard. Aww.
What just happened?
Bloody hell.
Hey!
These are for you.
Yep. You summoned him.
Wishes. Mistress mine, my will is thine. Tell me your wishes 3.
I've been practicing for that.
I'm pretty sure I'm a genie, Lizard.
Do you believe you were worthy?
More so than you.
That's subjective, to be fair.
If only I had succeeded, the world would be a far better place.
Yeah, because you really set the benchmark of being a decent person, right?
No one can stop it, but I beg you not to.
I need a name.
It is called the Jabberwocky.
Yeah! I had a bit of an inkling.
So the boat will roll down this hill. A tiger doesn't change its stripes.
All right.
So what's her plan? Have to find the knave on her own?
Undoubtedly. The more important question is why.
Yeah, but why would she risk
Going back for
any
hours
kind
in
of
silence.
dangers?
I mean, you promised you'd help them get back together, and now they're together.
I mean, yes, she might be
Oh, you
fierce,
know,
but...
they already hightailed.
Wait, be careful. There's rules to this genie business. Very, very important rules.
Yep.
Like what?
But rules I'm trying bloody hard to remember. Right. I'm not allowed... I can't.
Oh, they should have given him a manual. Genieing
Can't make
101.
anyone fall in love.
Oh,
Don't you know who I am?
Why do you think we hijacked you?
Of course we know who you are.
Ah.
Who you used to be.
Oh.
Jafar threw you out of your fancy silver palace.
You didn't throw me out of the palace. I abandoned it.
Just like you abandoned us.
Oh, shit.
Sorry to see you didn't come out ahead.
Ah, come on. Why? I was kind of getting Dorian
much more
from
comfortable.
Doctor
Now
Who
tell me where I can
vibes.
find the...
I'm afraid it's just not possible, is it?
Oh! Head of the game.
Anything is possible, Tweedle.
Oh, do you see any consequences? I don't see any consequences. I'm sure I'll have a hangover in the morning, but I don't think that has anything to do with the wish. Now I've got to come up with something that you want.
Someone's beer is mostly head.
I'm working on it.
Great. I have no idea what Cyrus was complaining about. Being a genie is bloody fantastic.
You've been a genie for like how many hours, Will?
you can see, I can take care of myself.
Don't.
Fool. Only thing waiting in that prison is death.
Death and I have already met. Send him my regards.
Wow! Wow! Holy fuck! Damn, that. Not gonna lie, that was badass from Jafar.
Who would pay to save your life?
I'm the queen. Surely somebody would.
What's her name?
This is why you don't. Oh, it's breaking her heart because, yeah, oh.
Well, it was really more of a metaphor.
Yes!
Strangers and leave us to our business.
Uh-oh,
Without the queen.
okay.
The same fate.
A nice try, darlings.
Oh, no!
Opportunity to say thank you.
For what?
I've never seen it glow like that.
Look, I'm rid of the damn thing. Throw it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to, get a distraction there, yeah.
Well done.
Because without that, there's nothing.
A butterfly in your stomach 5, oh.
Alright then. I want that. I want all of that. That's my second wish.
All right, then.
I think I can give
So
that
she-
a go.
So she can give, herself a chance with Will. Holy shit!
It's you, Will.
Holy damn! I had a feeling when the rules about falling in love was stipulated,
You made the
how
right choice.
she kind of seemed thrown off.
Stan, you have great power.
Does she have great responsibility?
There's something in Wonderland I need to find.
Listen to all your silly words. You're jabbering.
I brought more than words today. I have the power to set you free.
Jabber, jabber, jabber. You're always so afraid. And
And I think you'll find him on Tatooine.
adore it.
Whether we're battling mom rats or fighting evil sorcerers, we're just watching the clouds make their way across the sky.
Oh, this is nice. This is sweet.
And every moment will be a thrilling adventure for me because I'll be spending it with you. Alice,
Aww.
marry me.
Let's go. Let's go.
Jess again. And again.
I just wish you could at least feel something for me. Anything.
That was the. Oh shit.
You made a good wish. Take it back.
Oh bloody hell.
Please, Dad. Please.
Oh shit. No. I like lizards. Oh my. At least it's still here. But I'm not gonna. Oh, is she gonna summon it? I'm not gonna lie. I'm just heartbroken with Lizard's death. To be fair. Oh shit.
Anything? Oh, thank God it's you.
Actually, Will, it's me.
Mistress mine, my will is thine.
Oh no!
You must have.
Bloody hell.
You did that
It
on
just.
purpose.
Yeah,
Perhaps.
she did.
You're going to pay for that.
Oh, come on, Alice. I can't eat an insurance policy.
You were right. We should have let the mum rats have her.
Indeed.
Either way, we need to.
Wow,
find Mother
okay,
Gail
Cyrus.
before Jafar get.
They're my brothers. The three of us, we were cursed into the bottles at the same time.
Oh.
Eventually, I assume they were lost. But if Jafar truly has them,
Then we'll stay. And we'll save them.
is he
Operation Rescue the
Happily
Brothers.
ever after. Can't just be for us. It has to be for everyone. For all of Wonderland.
I have been a terrible queen. These people, they deserve better than what I gave them.
I'm liking this turn.
And we are fighting.
And she's sticking it to Jafar. Woo!
Jafar's on his own.
Wow! Woo! Did you just do the Black Widow pose? Such a poser. Uh-oh.
No. That's the Jabberwocky.
She's the Jabberwocky.
Well, too far. Before we begin,
Uh-oh.
I'd like to dispose of this blade.
This thing?
The feeling that there's nothing you can do to save yourself.
Oh,
You
guy's really shook.
powerless. And you
Holy
don't know what
damn.
pains more. Maybe you should hold on to that blade. Never know when you might need it.
Oh, it was a great episode, one that I really enjoyed, especially going into, I guess, the fallout of what happened to Will, because obviously coming into this episode, I was really curious if Jafar was going to know, which turns out he did know, so that was great. But yeah, it was really great to go into the fallout of what happened to Will and Alice, Cyrus, and Anastasia, I guess, going on their, I guess, adventure to try and find Will. And not just that, though, but seeing some of the, I guess, seeing what happens if, seeing what happens in regards to the consequence of the wish, of course, as Lizard sadly perished. So I felt so bad for her, because she obviously has that affection for Will, and I did feel like something was a bit odd when Will did state one of the rules in regards to the wish spell, and that was the only one that was, well, obviously he had trouble remembering them, but it did seem a bit odd, like especially when Lizard went to retract her I guess, statement and whatnot. So she seemed kind of deterred, if that makes sense. So, and obviously later in the episode, we get that confirmation. So, but the thing with Will is that he's still a bit beaten up in regards to Anastasia, and he just has this inkling that he can't love again. So, and Lizard is just trying, and she even goes through some modifications in order to try and win over, well, I would say Will's heart, but that's obviously not with him at the minute. So, but you get the idea. So, and yeah, the consequence of her wish, because she wanted him to feel something for her, and so I do feel so bad, and it's kind of it's kind of awkward in regards to, because I think I did think of Will and Lizard as like this sibling bond or whatnot. I don't know. I think that's what I referred to their bond as when Lizard was reflecting on Will in the other episode to Alice. And I was thinking, it seems like there is this kind of sibling bond. I don't know. But turns out the seeds were there all this time, because I think Alice assumed that there was something going on between them two, and Lizard shut it down. So, yeah, kind of awkward, that comparison. Well, not comparison, but that statement that they're like siblings in a sense. So, yeah. So, yeah, but it is really sad, because I think Lizard was a very interesting character, and sadly, she just dies in this episode. So I'm a bit gutted, because I really did like Lizard, and like I said, it is really, really sad to see her life being cut short. So yeah, but I thought this episode really did a good focus on relationships itself from Will and Lizard, and how there is that that opportunity that Lizard wants to try and take, because she's had all these feelings for some time, and yeah, it's becoming a bit, you know, awkward and all that. And I'm going to say something really, really, I guess, shitty in a moment, but I do want to reflect on the longing that Lizard has for Will. And she was trying to take that opportunity, and then you have Alice and Cyrus who are resuming that opportunity. Like, all season long, we've had Alice try to rescue Cyrus from Jafar, and now they've got this opportunity to resume their relationship again, and heck, go to the next level, as we saw Cyrus, of course, propose to Alice, so in a very, very beautiful fashion. So yeah, I wonder what would have happened if there were no fireworks. Would he have proposed then? No, but in all seriousness, yeah, we had a nice exploration of relationships with this episode. Now this is the thing that is kind of shitty now that this episode has ended to reflect on. But I was thinking, okay, so say if Will and Lizard, you know, had feelings bouncing off each other and whatnot, and that might have created a bit of a complication with Anastasia, because obviously she wants to resume her love for Will, but Will isn't having it, and understandably so. But you have Anastasia, who's like so adamant that her love for Will is still there. So I was thinking, are we going to have a triangle situation? But there's no need to worry about that anymore. Like I said, though, it is good, because I think Lizard was a very interesting character in my opinion, but yeah, it's sad that the consequence of the wish really bit her up the arse. So yeah, so but it is a really, really great exploration, I guess, to see the consequences of the wish and what could happen. Your life could be paid if you, I guess, use the wish in a risky way, I guess. So yeah, but yeah, it was really, really great going with this episode, and seeing, like I said, the exploration of relationships, and it is really, really sad for Lizard's case, because she's just trying to get Will, and it's all about that happily ever after that anyone really wants when it comes to love, that I guess Alice and Cyrus reflected on their happily ever after. They can now start to focus on them to move. Well, there's obviously bigger concerns at the minute as well, but now, like I said, Alice's journey this season has been trying to find Cyrus, and now they can start planning ahead. Like, heck, they even had the proposal done. So yeah, but it's not just Alice and Cyrus, but also I guess Anastasia as well. How there is that loneliness with her, because obviously we saw in this episode how she nearly died, and I gotta say, the cut when Alice was fighting for her to when she was she just joined Anastasia and being tied up, I really love how, because it is very unexpected. You expect Alice to deal with all the people who are a bit disgruntled, and just to see her just being overwhelmed, seemingly, it was a really, really nice cut. But yeah, we have that focus on relationships with Anastasia as well, because the idea was who would pay for your life. And there is that sad kick in the gut where she thinks that no one's gonna pay for her life, and there is that moment where she's like where you would reflect about Will, and would he pay, like she would pay for his life. She did anything to preserve him, going back to episode 4, I think it was, yeah, she would do anything for him to make sure that he would survive, but the feeling isn't mutual, because Will is still hasty with Anastasia, understandably. So yeah, there is that sad realization really for Anastasia that she's all alone. So there is a nice focus there, and because of that, there is that, and as well as Alice just constantly diminishing the pleas of Anastasia, there is that realization that I need to do good. So I'm hoping this doesn't turn into some kind of betrayal on her end. Although I don't know. There is that side of me that is, I don't know, screaming red flags in terms of Anastasia. I just have a gut feeling that she's not going to make it out alive by the end of this season, but we'll have to wait and see. But there is that wake-up call for her. That is one thing that I guess I've picked up from this episode, because in terms of moving forward with Anastasia, because it does make sense. She's all alone. No one likes her. No one's willing to pay for her life. You have Alice, who's just constantly kicking her down. Will is not biting in terms of, like, she wants Will so bad, but Will is not having any of it. So it is just a series of sadness for Anastasia, and I guess a reality check in terms of, okay, if you actually do want people to give a toss about you, then you've got to start, because even the people as well, they are pissed. They don't give a shit about you because you wronged them. So she's got to make a change, and she's got to make things work so much better for her if she wants to be revered, if she wants to be trusted, if she wants to be loved. Because, yeah, power is pretty great and all, but is it... like... I'm trying to think of a clever way of surfacing this, because obviously love is something that has always been on Anastasia's mind. I want to say that love is the most ultimate power there is. Obviously, it's all great having this like status as a queen and whatnot, and having all these jewels and no worries about living in a very, very sticky situation financially, but there is that love, and as I've reflected this season, you could see there is that absence of happiness because of the fact that Will he has that betrayed feeling, and he wants nothing to do with Anastasia again, and there is that rotting in Anastasia's gut because of the fact that she chose power over love. And it's all nice and all to be queen, but to not be loved is, yeah, it just creates that, it just kills your heart, doesn't it? And it just makes you all sad, just not having anyone there to care for you because people resent you. It's crushing. So here we are. So yeah. But yeah, we also had the Jabberwocky, who I'm assuming is going to be sticking around until the very end. It will be very interesting to see how that, I guess, aligns with the Jabberwocky and Jafar goes along. But we are seeing how... I found it very interesting how in this episode where Jafar is... Well, this show, we have Jafar, who's usually a strict kind of character. He doesn't allow any kind of vulnerability to get to him, etc. But I feel like this episode was very important and significant in terms of the significance of the fact that, yeah, he might normally try to push away any kind of, I guess, anxiety, any kind of fear to try and that tries to seep into him. But he's not invincible. Those fears, etc., they can find their way to Jafar, because not just the Jabberwocky was creating that intimidating presence to Jafar, but also Jafar's father. He still has a bit of a hold, like the way Jafar reacted to his father and getting him out. There is still a bit of a hold, which you can't really blame Jafar for feeling a bit vulnerable with his father, even though Jafar has, I guess, the high ground now compared to his father. You can't really blame Jafar for still feeling a bit vulnerable, because Jafar's father, as we've seen, is a complete dick and has put him through hell. He nearly killed him. Well, he did kill him, should I say. But he put him through so much hell. He put him through so much abuse. It's just, you can't really blame Jafar for still feeling a bit vulnerable when it comes to his father. So, and the Jabberwocky's power, just very, very creepy, very sinister. It's just very, very, it just makes for a very dangerous asset for these, I guess, next remaining episodes. She could be dealt with in the next episode, but I do have a feeling that, because as someone who has faced off against the Jabberwocky in a D&D one-shot game that I recently took part in, Jabberwocky is not to be underestimated. It's not just a random character that can be easily disposed of. This thing is fucking nuts. And we are seeing that with how the Jabberwocky was able to get a hold of Jafar, seeping into those vulnerabilities. And you even saw Jafar, he was really, really shook. So it will be very, very interesting. I wasn't expecting, to be fair, I wasn't expecting like a female character in terms of like a humanoid female appearance. But it does create, I feel like with the legend of the Jabberwocky and just seeing this female humanoid appear, it does create a bit more of an intimidating vibe, because 500 people tried to hold down the Jabberwocky in terms of locking up the Jabberwocky, and you have this humanoid female, and it's like, well, yeah, this is gonna... It's not exactly quelling any kind of intimidation. If anything, it's expanding on that. So yeah, it will be very interesting to see the Jabberwocky when she, I guess, reaches Alice and Co. Further down the line this season. But yeah, very, very intimidating from the Jabberwocky. But yeah, I thought this was a pretty great episode. Sad about Lizard, but yeah, I really thought that this was a superb episode, and it was nice to have a focus on Will and see the after effects, like I said, in terms of his, I guess, sacrificial move. Even though he wasn't aware that would happen, it's really, really great to pick up the pieces of what happened to Will and whatnot in this episode. So yeah, but I will see you guys next time. If you guys enjoyed this reaction, you can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my Media Pizza channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles!